All right, GM, everybody. GM Kyle didn't have to restart the space today, which is a good thing. Yesterday we got jacked.
Elon Musk must have gotten your email.
Yeah, he did. Well, I actually text him. Emails a little bit slow, bro.
A little impersonal for such a well-developed friendship.
Yeah. Bro, what do you fucking he just showed up.
Who?
Kenny. Yeah, I was about to say, what are the odds that Kenny shows up at like 12:06, 12:07? That's when he normally shows up when we're live at 11. And but he popped in right as I was saying it. So I was like, damn, we're running an hour late, but he still comes in 6 minutes late. So fucking nuts. Kenny Powers, GM.
Whatever, bro. Why are we an hour late? All right. I was ready at 10 o'clock.
Hey, so was I. But if you would set reminders and repost the space when I tweet it, you would have seen that we were starting at 12.
I'm actually with Kenny Powers on this. I think the inconsistency lately from Mr. Cheese's here is it's regrettable and unacceptable.
On Wednesdays I have calls for work. And that usually gets pushed out until 11:30. They moved the time from 11:15 to 11:45 now. But then today's call was actually canceled. So I could have started the space at 11 o'clock and we would have been fine.
He still would have showed up fucking
he still would have showed up 7 minutes late. So yeah, it doesn't matter either way. But anyways, GM everyone, we are live on Kick, X, YouTube, Abstract, all the above. So come join us wherever you are. Appreciate everybody showing up. And repost the space, share it, do all the normal do's. But anyways, Kenny, I seen you were up tweeting quite late last night.
Hold on, before we get into the late night tweets, I do have a question for Kenny. Kenny Powers, how did it feel to leave the VC late yesterday just to write a fun post on my cash cat bags and only to be invalidated within minutes on your thesis?
No, wait. How was I? Hold on. First of all,
hold on. We're going to find Kenny Powers.
Simply explaining the technical analysis of the chart, saying that if we can get over that 84 mil, that it was going to send to 115. How's that a fun post?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you were like, it's tapped it 3 times. Now it's going to fucking crash and die and burn. And maybe it's going to go to
here's the post.
16
hours ago, Cash Cat currently making its 4th attempt in the past 2 weeks to break through a major resistance level at 84 mil. The previous 3 attempts have come close, but ultimately rejected. Kenny should put a space there between ultimately and rejected. If it breaks and holds above 84 million, we gigasend to 115 million. Let's see how this plays out. That's not a bearish post. That's
this is my fault, and I'm not too proud to admit this is my fault. This is what happens when I don't read. If you see, Kenny Powers was telling me in the VC that it didn't look great, and then I saw him tweet Cash Cat, and I just filled in the rest in my brain. So I apologize. Let's move on. Quickly.
Well, let's keep going down Kenny's timeline because he's got another banger here, and this is a banger. Nothing better than seeing a project getting the attention it deserves. The genuine undead community has been through a lot of ups and downs, but nearly 4 years later, they seem to be hitting their stride. Easily some of the best pixel art on chain. So many above floor sales recently indicates collectors are buying what they like. Happy to see this community winning. What is dead may never die.
That's right.
Hold on now. You stole that from Game of Thrones. Hold on now.
Yeah, and then
that is 1,000%.
Yeah, and Kenny just finished Game of Thrones on his DVR, so he's now caught up and wondering where Khaleesi went.
The North remembers. Okay?
Yeah, I know. Winter is coming, Kenny.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. And that's we're getting close to the end of the year. But anyways, Kyle, he's out here pumping your bags. No caption needed. Ticker tendies. There we go. So, and
I'm out here bag working for Kyle and myself. But and this guy's trying to fund me, bro.
Hey, I'm just I don't get it. Clock in all my stockbrokers. I see you in there. Jolly Elf telling me to click in. I don't know what the fuck he means by click in. But whatever. Jolly's bathing in the money. He can't even get to his keyboard and click the right buttons. Yeah.
By the way, regrettably, my machine just exploded.
All right, bye. See you today. Yeah, it was a good time chatting with you.
Talk you later.
Talk to you later, buddy. All right. One thing that I want to bring up is never listen to when a friend tells you to do something with your bags. They're your bags. You click the button to buy them. You click the button to sell them. You sell when you want to sell. All right. So as a word of advice, if you have a gut instinct, if you have a thesis, whatever it may be, stick with the gut feeling, because 9 times out of 10, you're probably wrong, but you're gonna hit a banger. Last night we're in the reality check VC. Kenny Powers, we're talking about marry men, and I'm like, yesterday I talked about these in the space. I got them. I put them in the reality check Discord at 6 o'clock in the morning. For anyone that was up, you could have bought these at $2 a piece with me. And they ran up to about $35 last night. Kenny was like, list them, take some profits. I didn't want to, but you know what? I succumbed to the pressure. And I was literally the bottom right here, selling at 0.016. And now, granted, I did come up $340 on that, on selling those 10. I bought 20, so I'm still holding 10. And they're still sitting at $53 a piece. So I did come up well on the trade.
So explain to me the problem here.
The problem is bro, within 10 minutes, this all happened. I sold.
The problem is Jesus has zero button clicking accountability, and he needs to blame you.
Listen, I sold. Go back to work, bro. You just said your machine blew up. Get your ass back to work. I sold. 10 minutes later, you leave the VC. The price of this goes up. You're shit posting Kyle in his play. So you fudded me out of my bags. You trying to FUD Kyle out of his bags on the timeline. And both things proved the opposite. And immediately, though, this is the funny thing, though. I did take profits. That's good. But, bro, I swear to God, like 10 minutes later, these things run all the way up to fucking like 0.05 ETH. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I missed like another 4. Like I lost like it was like 600 in gains. The good thing is I took it to use Vault 777. I took $78 of the money. And then I put it over in the casino, played over there, and I won like $1,000. So I probably still came out ahead, even more than if I would have just held these things. But yeah, my whole point in this is like stick to your guns. If you have a thesis, let it play out. These merry men, I don't know what's going to happen with these. A lot of people are chasing the next NFT that is given back to people. Right now, there's 4.1362 ETH in this war chest. These NFTs are going to be distributed out to holders, but it depends where you fall at in the group. There's 111 sheriffs. The sheriffs split a 10% of the pot. And then if you are a 101, obviously you're going to have a significantly higher weight of the distribution. And then there's a bunch of other different clans within there. It's from what we could gather, it's based on your wallet value. So that, the lower the value of your wallet, the more of the airdrop you're going to get. It's like 40% goes back to the rest of the community. So a lot of people are going after this. Now, the interesting thing is, Kenny, like say I hold these 10, I hold it through the snapshot on Sunday. The snapshot happens every Sunday. And I get my percentage of token, which is ticker loot. And if I don't sell it, each drop you don't sell, your multiplier of airdrop goes up to a 2x. So there's a lot of speculation in on this play right now. I'm probably going to end up selling maybe today or tomorrow the other 10. But I think they have another little pump in them here soon. We'll see what the team cooks up. But GG's to anyone that did get into the trade. But the sheriffs, bro, these sheriffs are up. Like where was the last sale on a sheriff? They were trading all the way up to like 0.5 ETH, 0.3 ETH. There was a 101 I know sold late last night or early this morning for a half an ETH. Yeah, the last sale on a sheriff was 0.2 ETH. We could have bought these last night at 0.08 ETH. So yeah, I know Hans got in on that one and grabbed the sheriff. So yeah, good play all around, man. There's all these little bitty plays all over the place right now. So
yeah, what's interesting is like we're starting to obviously, and I think, in my personal opinion, Simple Farmer kicked off this kind of new meta revolving around NFTs where, people want NFTs that like pay dividends to hold them, right? This project you're talking about, Merriman, I know there's another project on Robinhood that like, I think it's those punks that like actually give back stock as dividends for holding that if you stake the NFTs.
Yeah, they're down. They're down pretty good too.
I saw Flex put a tweet out about it earlier this morning. So I don't know. It's interesting because I like the concept. I don't necessarily know.
They're called broker punks, Kenny, and I've got 3 of them now. They're the ones that I called atrocious art a couple weeks ago, and then I watched them run from.
Are you talking about Pit Boys or are you talking about broker punks?
I'm talking about broker punks. That's why I said broker punks.
Broker
punks. But yeah, you stake them, and then they yield a little bit of stock. Yeah, I faded them because I didn't like the art. They were dirt cheap. Then they ran the whole way to 0.07, and then they got as low as like 0.015. I've got 3 of them in like the low to mid 0.02s over the last 2 days.
Bro, this website, I got to put my sunglasses on. This website is fucking wildly bright. Like I'm looking at it now, and it's insane. So you have 3 of these staked, and what are you getting dropped back to you, Kyle? Kyle.
Good talk.
Good talk.
I'm sorry, I'm busy, motherfucker. Like next to nothing. They've been staked for 1 day, and I have 3 of them. I couldn't tell you.
But you don't know what you're getting back, airdrop back to you. Okay, you got to lock in. Portfolio USD starts at 0, so I guess they're getting just straight cash, is what I think. Man, this website's fucking kicking. They definitely went all in on that one. Holy shit. Yeah, and then, bro, so tomorrow we're gonna be back 11 a.m. We will have the Slop Father in, old Slop Daddy himself. He's gonna be in to talk about Mancers, Kenny, and I'm excited about this one. And there's a lot of fucking people that are pumped about this mint. They did tweet, and I have both tweets pinned at the top. They did release their white paper. I haven't gone through it yet, but
I went through it.
Did you? You want to talk on it?
A little, yeah. I went through just trying to a little bit understand exactly like the dynamics of how it works, and he'll obviously be able to give us a little bit of a better breakdown tomorrow. But I did see some of the mechanics and how it works.
Well, can you give us any insight?
I mean, essentially, the NFTs almost act as like, I want to say like a node, but that's not the correct terminology of what it is. But basically, these NFTs are going to be doing these transactions. Like there's going to be these transactions coming in, and the NFTs, you're going to have to activate them like stockbrokers, and there's going to be different levels of activation, similar to stockbrokers in the sense where you have the level 1, level 2, and level 3. The higher the level, the more transactions will be filtered to your NFT to do. And then you get a percentage of the transactions, as well as the overall platform gets a 10%. And then those are distributed evenly throughout all the NFTs. So yeah, it's basically going to be like, doing these, because it's essentially going to be like a DEX where you can like swap tokens and do liquidity pools, all these different things that you can do on the DEX. And then the NFTs are going to essentially be kind of like running the transactions. And then, there'll be a Mancer token. So your NFT will be paired to the Mancer token. A lot of the tokenomics and dynamics of how it works are very similar to stockbroker. But instead of like getting, tokenized equities as dividends, you're actually going to be getting WETH or USD on Robinhood as the payment.
Yeah, so I put it in Claude to see if there was anything else you might have missed there. How it stays safe without escrow. Every order is just a signature. EIP 712. Free to place at fill time. The contract pulls only the one fills them out via standard token allowance, swaps it, and sends it straight back to you. Every fill must clear a price floor computed on chain. Either your own set floor.
Basically, what it was.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry, Chief.
It's either your own set floor for limit orders or Uniswap's V3's time-weighted Oracle price for reoccurring schedules. So if a fill would be bad, it reverts instead of settling. It literally can't execute at a bad price, is how he's built it.
Yeah, whereas like a centralized exchange, like if you wanted to do like a limit order or something like that, it would escrow your capital. Like this doesn't escrow the decentralized exchange. His exchange doesn't escrow the money, so the money stay in your wallet. It's not getting escrowed, which is, I guess, like a safer way of doing it in a sense.
Yeah, I was asking it about the leveling up to check that. Give me any details on that. It says 5,000 supply NFT collection tied to the Mancer token, ticker Mancer. To gain keeper rights, the ability to execute fill orders and earn from it, a holder pays a fee in Mancer to activate their Mancer. Half of that fee gets burned. It doesn't give a breakdown on what the activations cost. Activation resets on transfer. So if you sell the NFT or do anything like that, you lose the activation. 2 earning lanes once activated. Work lane, a 5 BPS tip per fill you actually execute, paid in the fee asset. Revenue lane, a share of the protocol's 10 BPS fee distributed to all activated Mancers, even ones that never execute a fill, weighted by activation tier. So I think we're just waiting on more information on that tier, but we're going to see that, we'll see the activation tiers. Got to be tomorrow because the coin and project goes live tomorrow. So,
yeah. I mean, ideally the situation for anyone who is going to be, holding a NFT is you're probably going to want to activate it as quickly as possible based on the price of the chart, right? So, because one thing we've learned from stockbrokers or just in general, right? Chart goes up, it gets more expensive to activate your NFT or stockbroker, or in this case, your Mancer.
When I was trying to activate, I didn't have a lot of fucking cash. So and I was able just to do the tier 0. But if you would have activated at the max level for stockbrokers when it launched, that would have only cost you like $450, I think, at 700K market cap. And now it's like $12,000 to activate to the top tier. So yeah, if you're gonna stay around and participate, you definitely want to activate as fast as possible. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and activate right off the rip. I'm gonna buy some token to be able to trade, and I'm gonna hold the NFT and let it do its thing.
Dude, guess how much it costs right now to activate a stockbroker at the max level?
Probably like 2 to 3K is my guess.
$21,949 to act, because it costs 1.66 million tokens.
Jesus.
So it's
21,000,
bro.
Because we've talked about this before. Like, you were smart enough to activate your stockbrokers on day one when chart price was under a mil. If you think Mancer's going to do well, which I do personally, and you are actually holding an NFT and want to activate it and play the game, you're going to want to do that as quickly as possible. Because if this goes well, and chart runs up to multi-millions, right? 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever it runs up to, it's going to get more expensive along the way. So if you're planning on activating, you should be looking to do it as quickly as possible. I think there's going to be some serious price action on this token.
Yeah, it's going to get fucking wild tomorrow.
Because it feels like this is the first. Obviously, Uncle Mac, is it?
Yeah, Uncle Mac.
Yeah, launched his project, and that did well. It's doing all right.
It didn't have as much hype as this.
No. This is getting a lot. I'm seeing so many people tweeting about it, doing videos on it. Obviously, Michael's making his rounds. I think he was on Captain.
He was on Captain Space. To put this into context, the FOMO that people have, I have a tweet pinned at the top. You can go check it out. But this is from B Rated. In the Xverse marketplace, there's already been 2 sales for whitelist. Somebody paid $450. And then another person paid $1,000 for whitelist for this collection. And I haven't seen any other updates, but I would imagine there's been other sales for it. So,
Frong is ripping. It just ripped from, I don't know. Well, the pool's not live.
9 mil.
Live. It just ripped from 7.7 to 11 mil in 4 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to get some of that this morning too when we were in Discord talking.
Telling you, brother. I'm telling you, just hit 11 mil and it's still going north.
Are you still in it?
I think, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I have the pond here, but I don't think it's, it's not. Pools.trade is the Uniswap website.
Yeah, it's not live yet. It was
no.
supposed to go live at about
11,
26 minutes ago.
right?
Yeah.
Or 12.
But it says coming soon. So obviously there's a little bit of delay happening right there. Wait, now it's saying deploying. So looks like it's going to deploy. This is going to be interesting because I think there's going to be a lot of trading volume on this platform. Obviously, this is Uniswap's kind of new dynamic. I believe it's all V4.
That's what I think that's what it is.
But it's specifically tied to Robinhood as well. So,
what are some of the narratives you're hearing that's going to launch out of this? Like,
I mean, just coins. It's just
no, I know, but have you seen any projects? Like we see Clock In being tweeted by the Clock In account, and that's the meme of STONKBROKERs. But this is apparently going to be one of the first memes to launch. So I didn't know if you've seen anything that was going to be doing this.
I think I'm going to sell a little bit right here. Let me go ahead and sell.
I mean, hey, it's better to take profits now in case this thing launches and it fucking collapses like Pons did, and then the coin fucking just eats shit, right?
Well, no, I mean, a smart trader will take profits on the way up, is what I've been trying to explain to you all.
There you go. Well, it's at 11.8 mil, and it's fucking still just pumping. So
yeah, I'm gonna sell 25% here.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had seen any other plays that were coming out of this. So, but yeah, either way, Mansers, we'll have the Slop Father on tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that. I know Digital Trophies is he said he missed out. A lot of people fucking missed out. And
yeah, I mean, luckily for me, for you, and I'm such a good friend to you, you were gonna totally miss this, Mansers. And I came in and gave you the heads up. And luckily you did it right away because it filled up. I mean, the 3750 NFTs minted out in less than an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And you have no clue. So all I gotta say is I see you on the timeline saying clock in. Motherfucker, you need to clock in, bro.
Well, you know what? I take care of my kids. I take care of my daughter. And unlike you, and I was cooking dinner for my daughter. But that's the good thing about having the Reality Check Discord. You could have been sitting in VC. You could have seen the tweet. You could have burned, and you could have been in there as well. So, I mean, hey, right? I mean, everybody could have done it. Yep. As long as you were in the Discord. You could have got in Merryman. You could have got in STONKBROKER on the token at 700K. That's where I called it at in there. Fucking immediately. But if you're not locked in, and I'll put a tweet up there at the top that has the link again for the Reality Check Discord. We're literally in fucking VC all the time, trying to find plays, talk
too
shit.
Much. We're in there too much, actually. Jesus is getting a little sensitive about me trolling him endlessly at this point.
No, too fucking much. Let me re-bookmark this. That way I can pin it up to the top. But this link, this tweet that I'm going to pin up to the top, that has the link for the Reality Check Discord. You can also go to rcweb3.xyz, and there's a link to join the Discord there as well. So go check that out. All right, let me get back to what we have here. Fucking Betty put a tweet out today about these fucking hideous Godpool NFTs. Has there been an animated and interactive NFT displayed this way on OpenSea before? I'm not sure, but I absolutely love it. I actually can't wait. Can't get over how cool they look and how awesome it is to pursue them the way they were intended to be seen. What?
Do you have any idea what's interactive about them? That might actually be novel. I mean, there's definitely been animated.
She's able to spin it around in a circle. That's it.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I mean,
I guess these are fucking hideous.
It is somewhat novel. Yeah, they are terrible to look at, but they did do something new.
Yeah. So either way, okay, cool. Currently right now, I think this is live, right, Kyle? The Del Mundo's OpenSea Open Edition. Is that live now?
I don't know what time it went live, but it is an open edition. I think there's only 4 versions of it from what I read a minute ago. But it is cool looking. To be honest, I wasn't a giant fan of the Del Mundo's art, but I think this is pretty cool. It's basically a donation to like environmental thing from what I gather. But,
Yeah.
they're really cheap. I think they're like 001 something. So, maybe grab one if you want to just have one for the culture. I'm going to fade.
Yeah.
But,
it says mint from one world to another, $2.53, limit 10,000 per wallet. So if you're feeling generous, go mint 10,000. And there you go. 775 of these have been minted so far. And I don't know how long it's ends on August 7th. So go support, I guess, a good cause. I'm not going to mint it. Yeah, don't really care. Abstract, fucking Raven. The guy builds a lot of cool websites. We just talked about one that he built yesterday, which was the Abs Tweet site. But he actually built this website right here that I'm on as well, Abscope, and really, really cool shit. Well, he was the winner of the first badge, the Abstract All-Star badge. So shout out Raven. He does, I'm assuming it's a guy, build a lot of cool tools and a lot of good experiences for
probably
creators.
Excluding the team, has done more on the technical side for Abstract than anybody else, I would say. So very cool.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, good to see Abstract paying attention to its community. That's a good thing. Kyle, you have a call tomorrow, right?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
I want to say it's at like 1:30 or something. Yeah,
Cool.
I have my call with. You want to take a swing at it?
Dyla.
Wow. Yo, can we get a round of
Kyle
applause
just
for
dropped
this
his fucking wrench. He doesn't know what he went. Poof. Buddy, I've been practicing. I have another call with her today at 4. So I've just been standing in the mirror going, Dyla. See, I'm fucking myself up.
I bet I play her back this clip and you don't have a fucking call with her anymore.
Oh man. No. So good stuff. Yeah. Kenny, just like 2 days left. It wasn't on the docket today. I mean, we're cooked on the Clarity Act. Odds on Polymarket continue to drop. Like, what is this going to do for the market? Like, what are we looking like here? While you're out bull posting your frong bag, Kenny.
Obviously, we talked to you yesterday about equities, hitting an all-time high on the S&P this morning, continuation. Now we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. It did slightly dip red a few minutes ago, but back in the green, but only up 2 points, but still sitting at 77.38. Woke up this morning, it opened up to 77.70 at one point. But we're getting a little bit of a pullback. Gold and silver run, precious metals running. Gold is up $147 back up to $4,300. But looking at crypto, Bitcoin looks good. 64,634 up another $735 over the past 24 hours. ETH tapping on the door of 1,900 and Solana up to 74.23. So the majors are looking good right now. It's kind of hard to tell because it feels like economically we're not in the best place ever, right? But the stock market is no indication of the economy in the sense that, yes, we're at an all-time high on U.S. national debt. But, this could be Trump doing Trump things, pumping the market going into midterms. We keep talking about that. And right now it's just a lot of plays to be made. You can be making some money if you're out there trading. So I feel good about it. We'll see what happens, but yeah, as of right now, things look pretty good.
Yeah. Did you take profits or did you hold off? Because I mean, this thing's at 13 mil.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely TPing on the way up.
Nice. Yeah.
I sold a couple times already. Between 12 and
now,
13
what is the
mil,
narrative behind this?
holding.
This is just because of the frog that was on their page, on Uniswap's page.
Hayden Adams. Okay. So the narrative is this was the first token deployed on Pools. On the Pools platform. Yeah. It was linked back to the lead dev of Uniswap. Apparently, because in order to create these coins through this new dynamic pool, however they're doing it, you have to like, I think, link an account to it or something. So people, the on-chain detectives did some research and found that this coin was launched by the lead dev of UniSwap. And then Hayden Adams, the founder of UniSwap, had replied with a frog emoji to a post a few days back. And then another one of the devs yesterday posted a frog emoji again. And if you go to Pool's website, if you're on their website, the pools.trade, it's literally a frog swimming around in a pond. So all indicators point towards this being like the first token launched on the Uniswap launchpad. So it's just, the provenance of it being the first token launched.
Yeah.
It's on their main page. It was launched, I guess, like 5 days ago, well before the actual launchpad goes live. So it could have been like
on the 30th is when it was.
Yeah, it could have been their test, token, as they were, getting ready to go live, deploying a token to see how it goes. Yeah, so I mean, it's fucking flying, bro. Yeah, we've been talking about it since 2 mil. So
yeah, I wish you would have told me sooner. But
yeah,
is what it is. All right, what other meme coins are you looking at right now?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot going on. In the meme coin world, obviously Cash Cat, biggest story probably out there. It was about 34 mil about 2 or 3 days ago. Currently, we're sitting here at 91.2 mil, up another 34% over the past 24 hours. So it looks like it's bottomed. I put a post out yesterday talking about major resistance levels. The 618 was around 84 mil, and it previously over the past 2 weeks had tried to break up. When it bottomed out, it tried to break out over that resistance level and got rejected 3 times. However, this time it is now over that resistance level and holding above it. So, if you look at the chart from a TA standpoint, next resistance level somewhere around 115 mil. I think it's going to range in between here and 115. And then if it breaks through that, it's on its way back towards all-time highs. But Cash Cat, it feels like it's bottomed out. Obviously, the first coin Vlad followed. In my opinion, I think if they are to list the meme coin from Robinhood on their exchange, it's probably going to be Cash Cat, and I think that's the narrative. And that's why, you're seeing a lot of people building really large positions on this token, because if it does get listed on the Robinhood app, I mean, this thing gigascends to, 300 to 500 mil easily, in my opinion.
Cash Cat to a Billy enchilada, my brother in Christ.
Yeah, we'll see. Tendies as well, up another 31%. Look, it bottomed out at 10 mil couple days ago, and since then is up 1.5x, back up to 23.3 mil. So you're seeing some of these older Robinhood coins starting to run back up. Wishbone, another one. Our boy Pablo is big on that. One's back up to like 2.5 mil. Some of these older, like first generation Robinhood memes have been catching some bids over the past few days. And then obviously Stonkbroker, I think that's probably the best play on Robinhood, in my personal opinion. Getting close to a bid for me. I've been trading in and out of this token, but I'm looking to build another position, especially with this launchpad coming up, another funnel for revenue. LPs on Stonk launch are going to be, 50% of the LPs that are being built for new tokens, like, for example, Mansers tomorrow, 50% of the LP is going to be in Stonkbroker. And that's something Simple Farmer kind of laid out as to how coins that are going to launch on their launchpad are going to be LP'd with Stonkbroker. So I think that cuts the circulating supply down, could create a lot of positive price action on the charts with the smaller circulating supply. So but yeah, I mean, I'm paying attention mostly to Robinhood coins right now. Solana definitely getting some runners. Pump Fund revenue's up. New tokens are up. They're doing well on Solana. I'm having a little bit more fun on Robinhood. I feel like the VAMPs are way less on Robinhood as far as like a ticker coming out and then 3 exact same tickers launching within 5 minutes of it. You're not seeing that on Robinhood. So I feel like there's a little bit of a easier path to like buying a good narrative and holding it for a couple of days and seeing what happens. And opposed to Solana, where typically you got a shitload of bundles, a shitload of AMP attempts. So yeah, I'm just focused on Robinhood right now.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you, and we're kind of. I mean, I didn't obviously get in the UniSwap coin, but I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see when they fucking send this thing. I think we're gonna see some pretty decent low runners here. So you might be able to just get in and out of a bunch of coins. Like, are you going to the gym, or are you gonna stay around and trade some of these coins as soon as they start popping off?
I want to see when Pools goes live. I mean, I definitely want to look. We've already seen a couple kind of like, potential runners. This Unicat coin just went from like 100,000 all the way up to 1 million within like 10 minutes, bro. And it dipped all the way back. Let me see where it's at right now. Unifrog. Yeah, it's sitting at 739,000, up 152%. This is also a quote unquote, Uniswap launchpad token. So it just gigasent. This other one, Unipeg, it's up 16,000%. It's up 1,000% in the past hour. It went from fucking less than 100,000 all the way up to 1.3 mil, like all within 20 minutes. So I mean, like, dude, you can get in and out of trades really quickly right now if you're paying attention. So yeah, this is the time to be locked in. You can scalp some trades really quickly and just stack some ends.
Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, there was another project I wanted to bring up. Oh shit, maybe it was this one right here that I seen from, I don't know if this is the one right here, the digital bot Botox things. I think this is the one, but you had to have whitelists from certain collections. These are minting on Transient Labs website. Mint price is 0.0042. Okay, so the sale ended. Let me see what they're doing on secondary. Top offers. What is the floor is only $10. Really? Yeah, I don't think this is the one. There was one, man. They were talking about it in a few chats, and it looked really fucking dope. But I can't remember. I thought I had a tweet bookmarked for it, and I thought I just got lucky and found it there. But oh well. Yeah. I would just stay locked in, guys. If you're looking for some good plays today, it's obviously gonna be, attention is gonna fly over here, and I think we're gonna see other tokens like drop down significantly, especially some of the smaller ones. I think we'll see a lot of these drop down. Like, where's Pons at? That's got to be, oh shit, it's at 15 mil, so it's not bad.
No. Well, Pons, the V2, they had to put it on pause because of some contract stuff. It wasn't working properly, but it went back live yesterday, and we saw some positive price action on the Pons chart. Ran up to 0.027 at one point yesterday, but yeah, it's still sitting at 15.9. But the revenue comes back. They aggressively buy back and burn their token. So I think Pons is still going to stay pretty relative. However, when you're talking about Uniswap and you go look at like Robinhood metrics, like Uniswap does the large majority of the volume on Uniswap on Robinhood goes through Uniswap.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the dominant kind of.
Is there not a Unihood or anything like that yet? Like, I figured there'd be something like that fucking out there.
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, Unitop and Unirobin and fucking everything. It's
an attention economy, and like with this going live, I think a lot of the volume will be concentrated on Uniswap on their launchpad over the next couple of days. So I think there's going to be some good opportunities, but I do think Pons does have staying power. I don't think it's cooked. I think it's going to do all right.
Okay. All right. How are the major NFTs looking? Like, we don't even talk about Pudgies. And
speaking of NFTs real quick, because I'm about to get busy again, I just pinned to the top, there is a mint coming up, I think Friday. It's called Fuego. It's on mainnet, but it's based on like a lighter thing. I just pinned it to the top. check it out, DYOR. I know there's a bunch of people that have been trying to get that whitelist. I've got a priority whitelist for it. I know a couple other people do. Check it out. Might be lit. It's an expensive mint. The art's pretty cool though. I know it's kind of sought after. Anyway,
and that's that mint's actually tomorrow, the 6th. So
yeah, maybe it is tomorrow. Yeah.
Make sure you bookmark that. I'm sure it'll do good. Lighter's doing good, right, Kenny?
Yeah. Lighter's been doing really well over the past couple months. You know, it's kind of like no, I wouldn't say beta play to Hyperliquid, but definitely an adjacent play to Hyperliquid in the sense of
right.
Yeah. So I mean, and if you look at the overall market cap of Lighter, it's still under $1 billion. So it's got a lot of upside to it. A lot of people are bullish on the trade itself.
There is maybe an opportunity too. If you guys get in their Discord right now, they just said they might give out a couple more priority access whitelists. They want some people to look at their UI and give some feedback and Discord tickets. So it might be a chance to hop in there and maybe score yourself a whitelist still at the last second there.
Yeah, and I believe, and I'm not 100% sure, but I believe Lighter is in a partnership with Robinhood for the perp deck side of Robinhood. But I thought there was a post that Robinhood was partnering with Lighter on the perp deck stuff. But however, they could be building out their own. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I remember that was kind of a narrative that was floating around a couple weeks back when Robinhood announced they're going to be integrating perps onto their app. So something to look at there. Steady Teddies, is there a reason why they're up 154% today? Anyone know?
They were given access to some whitelist mint, and that's what that's why they ran up. So
okay, yeah, they're up 154%, back up to $54. So I wasn't really sure as to why they popped off, but that seems to make sense, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the I don't know what the mint was, but I did see that. I did see somebody talking about that in a chat, but I can probably just search on Twitter here and see why they fucking ran up. Probably fucking, let's see what we get. Did I fucking butcher that? Teddy's back to business. Teddy's cooking. New collection on the way. Hell Divers. No, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know what project they were going after. So if somebody knows what project they were getting whitelisted for, let us know. And that way we can that way we can let everybody know. But yeah, I have the slightest clue. God almighty, the shit you fucking get when you look up Steady Teddies. What in the flying fucking fucked shit is that, bro? My algorithm's about to be so fucked up now. Jesus Christ. Let's see here. Oh, CoinKong just now put in Unihood. He put it. Yeah, it's there. FDV, 14.9K to 164K. Yeah, so CoinKong fucking dropping the Unihood alpha here for us. Let's go check this chart out. Kenny, you want to buy some Unihood? Remember, we did some dumb shit like this before on a space. It was so long ago. I think it was an NFT, and it actually ran up pretty good. Where's this sitting at?
Yo, Pete just
huh?
By the way, Pete just confirmed Lighter is doing all of Robinhood's perps. So when we were talking about Lighter earlier and the Robinhood partnership, that is going to be their perp dex aggregator, I guess. They're going to do it through Lighter for Robinhood. So,
bro, I think CoinKong just launched. Somebody just launched this coin. Fucking Unihood.
There's going to be a lot of plays. There's going to be a ton of plays coming off of this Pool's website, or Launchpad.
It's what's the warning? Known malicious, an identified malicious address is associated with the token. Am I buying this, CoinKong? What are we doing? Fucking send it, Kenny. What do
Bro,
we
if
do?
CoinKong sent you a fucking CA, you need to quit asking questions and start clicking buttons, my brother.
Whatever.
Yeah, this Unipeg's back up to 1.1 mil, up 3,000% in the past hour. Unifrog back up to 825,000. There's going to be some plays, boys. There's going to be some plays. So I would just be paying attention to some of these new tickers coming off of the. Now, the thing is, the platform's not live to where, so you can't necessarily see them. But I believe if you go look at like the tokens, and let me double check this real quick. Like for example, if you go look at Unipeg or Unicorn Pegasus, right? And you go look. Well, no, it doesn't say. I was trying to see if you can. I think there's a way you can see where it was deployed from. Like it'll say Pawns if it was on Pawns, or usually there's some way to find out what launchpad it launched on. I think there's a way to be able to see if it launched on Uniswap. So that would be your indicator that it launched off of the pools.trade website. Until their website goes live and you're going to actually be able to see which coins launched on there, you kind of got to do a little due diligence to figure out if it did launch on Uniswap. But yeah, that's what I would be paying attention to right now is what's launching on Uniswap.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll just keep an eye on that. But fuck, I'm literally about to leave the house. So I'm going to be in and out just on the road for the next hour or two. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. CoinKong said you asked if there was a Unihood coin. Jesus, I mean, I bought it 30K, but I don't know about now. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see when it goes live. I don't think you're going to make it to the gym today, though, Kenny. That's going to be. I think you're going to be too locked in. Oh, Mav said you can see the launch pad on FOMO.
There you go.
So there you go. Get on FOMO. Use code MAV. I guess that's our code. I don't fucking know. But if it is, then go use our code. All right, Kenny. What else do we have?
That's about it. I mean, you know, what I'm looking forward to is this Masters Mint tomorrow. I'm excited to see how that goes. NFTs, just kind of looking, paying attention. I want to see if this kind of like this new meta that, you know, Simple Farmer started, if more new NFT projects kind of align with that kind of theory of like creating like this revenue stream by holding the NFTs. I'm curious to see if that turns into a bigger meta.
I mean, isn't that just like the Ponzonomics of 2021, 22? I mean, you held NFTs, you yielded shit. You're still kind of getting.
It's a little different when you're yielding an
tokenized
stock.
equities.
Right. Tokenized equities based off of volume is a little different than a fucked off token that some British founder came up with on a whim.
Whoa. Okay.
Sorry, let's not trigger Jesus. Sorry.
Went down that fucking path yesterday. Yeah, I don't know if we want to go there though.
But to that point, yeah, I think it legitimizes it a little bit more if you're actually earning like tokenized equities, because that, you know, you don't have to worry about the coin getting rugged, right? It's not, you know, it's not ticker fucking whatever, you know, around the NFT collection. It's actual like real world assets. And if there's a potential like, you know, way to earn equity in these companies by holding an NFT, that seems like a really novel idea that could really take off, right? And that's the type of stuff that could bring normies into NFTs, because like if you tell them, hey, if you buy this and just hold it, like you're going to get airdropped, you know, these stocks. That's a pretty solid hold, you know. And I think it'll. We'll see if more projects lean into this.
Yeah, that we will. All right, cool. I'm trying to think. I don't have anything else, bro. I'm about to go fucking finish this pull up my sister's, and I don't have any fucking thing else. Your brokers have payouts waiting including ETH, they deliver automatically or on a schedule. Why is that? Why is it not auto dropping to me? I haven't went over there. Now you can select what tokens you want. And most of the community is picking ticker STONKBROKER. So that's pretty dope. Now you can just go through and select which one you want. So yeah, pretty good shit, Kenny Powers. Yeah, I don't have anything else. I know tomorrow's going to be fucking lit. We're going to have Slopfather in. We're going to be talking about Manser tonight at 12. You got to lock in. If you are on the Vault 7-7 tournament, you have just until today at midnight to get your last task completed. And because that payout's going to happen pretty quick and the tournament's going to be over. So don't know if season 2 is going to start immediately right after. I don't know if the card mechanics are going to be in play, but either way, we do know there's another tournament coming for Vault. So get your shit locked in right now. Mine and Fogo squad. There's nobody going to be able to touch us. We're at 974,000 zeets earned. The second place team's at 301K. BY's at 226. And Dejani struggling in a number 4 spot at 136K. So don't know how many positions they're going to be paying out on this, but be some more spending money, Kenny, to put into some charts. So you better have some alpha for me, bro.
Yo, real quick, one thing I wanted to touch on that we haven't really talked about in a few weeks, but I've been trying to update everybody on how it's been going. Remember Death and Taxes? Remember we talked about Death and Taxes?
Yeah, where's that?
Early on, I owned NFTs. They had a basically, the NFT, you had to pay taxes on a daily basis to stay in the collection, which started out at 6,969 NFTs, is currently down to 90 NFTs. And if you're still holding one of these NFTs, you're paying taxes, quite a bit of taxes. The daily rate right now, the tax rate is 0.10764. So you are paying $90 a day right now. It is down to 90 citizens. Now, remember, the cutoff is when it gets down to the final 69 citizens, the treasury is split up amongst the 69 citizens left. Over the past couple of days, we've seen a couple sales on Death and Taxes. The last sale, 6.69 ETH. And the sale before that, 8.2 ETH and 7.25 and 8 ETH.
How much is in the pool right now?
The pool right now, the treasury holds a total of 911 ETH.
Whoa.
So we're
that
talking
is so crazy. So it's just a who can light money on fire the longest to get the pot,
bro.
Game.
Who's got the fucking, who's built for this shit? Because it's getting expensive at this point, and that's the thing.
Is that even worth it at this point? I mean,
it's 911 ETH at
it is if you win.
Yeah, so that's like 1.6 mil divided by 69. So it's like 200 or 20,000.
That's $25,006 a person.
Dude, the last guy that finally runs out of money, the 70th person who cuts out. Holy shit, that guy has to jump.
It's been going on for 156 days now. And remember, the tax rate goes up by 0.01. Or no, 0.00. I forget what the tax rate goes up by. It's only by like $5 or $6 a day.
But here's the question, though, Kenny. When you sell an NFT, if that person buys it, can they join back in, or doesn't that go into?
No, yes, because all the NFTs that are still active, basically, they have a tax that they have to pay. You can pay it once a week and pay for 7 days up front, or you can do it daily. And if you don't pay your taxes, somebody else will audit your NFT. And if you do not pay your taxes within 24 hours of being audited, boom, it's gone.
Bro, that's still fucking that's still like 15 G's just to buy, 13 G's just to buy one right now. And then you still got to pay those taxes.
And you're paying $190 a day. That is incrementally going up by $4 or $5 a day.
Yeah, but the pool's going to keep climbing as well. So the price, the payout's going to be higher. I mean, if
this pool's going to end up over it's going to end up probably over 1,000 ETH in the treasury when it's all said and done. I mean, because if you're in it at this point, if you've been paying taxes for 156 days, you're not giving up at this point. It's just a matter of who has enough money to fucking make it there, right?
Yeah.
But like the people who are dropping out right now, if you just sold one for 8 ETH, right? Like one of the most recent ones sold for 8 ETH, which was $15,000. They recovered all their taxes probably that they paid, as well as made some money on top. So like you can get out now and still come out in a net positive. But yeah, I'm curious to see of those 69 NFTs, if there are any people that hold multiple. Maybe there's a whale in there with 5 NFTs that's going to get, the payout to 5 of them, right? Who's going to make $100,000 on it. I don't really know who's holding what NFTs left, but yeah, really interesting. It's been fun to watch from the sidelines. I was in early. I paid taxes for like a week or two, and then when I realized there's no way I'm going to fucking be able to ride this out, I ended up selling. But yeah, down to 90 NFTs. So this is going to be fun to watch over the next month or so.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I was looking at this one coin, that was shared for that other launch pad, but I mean, I think that's a shitty day to launch a coin for another launch pad, right? Select.
Yeah,
that was shared in another chat. I don't want to talk about it yet because I don't know enough about it.
Jesus wanted to, people wanted me to tell you. Well, I can't say it on space. I'll tell you in the back channels.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, we'll jump out right here. All right, cool. Yeah, because I want to know what it is. Pete. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. All right, cool. Tomorrow, set your reminders. We'll be back 11 a.m. Slop Father's coming in. We're going to be talking about Mancer. Maybe Simple Farmer will come in as well, because I would imagine the fucking launch pad's going live. Put your bids in, people. Uniswap launch pad goes live. A lot of shit happening right now in the space. So fucking there's ways to make money, Kenny. Just got to be locked in.
We are so bad.
Yeah. And Kyle should join me on stream tomorrow as well. I think he's off. So,
yep.
All right, cool.
I'll see you then.
Yeah. All right. Everybody have a good day. We will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Hi, everybody.